Mr. Johnson, you got some questions, I'm sure.
I think I asked most of them as we went along. The magistrate's court has requested a clerk, victims advocate, or something for the weekends, and I feel very strongly about that because otherwise the judge herself or himself has to do some things that are frankly inappropriate. By that I mean talking to victims and witnesses, and before she ever talks to the accused, is on
It's not in there.
shaky legal grounds, as well as the fact that you have the judges doing things that a clerk could do better.
I'm trying to find the amount that that request was.
If I recall right, she just said she would rely on you to figure the amount, or that she didn't have the... It would be...
Okay, it wasn't the 2,500, it was the second item there.
Right.
Would serve as a bond court clerk victims advocate on the weekends. Okay. I don't know what that would be. I'd have to ask.
You still got the floor, Mr. Johnson.
I think this is supposed to be yours, Andy.
The reason I don't have a whole lot of questions is we don't have a whole lot of discretionary room. Unless we go raise millage or borrow money, we really don't have a whole lot of choices to make. So if it seems like I don't have many questions, it's because whatever the answer is wouldn't change the fact that we don't have any extra money. Thank you. I may have some more as we go along, but I'm through for now, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. I know we got a lot of overtime built into like fire and sheriff's department and detention center. Is that because of the way they work their shifts? That they've got some built-in overtime?
Got to be anticipated.
There is some built-in overtime in the fire. That's part of the package, but it's also the result of unfilled positions. So,
But isn't that based on an anticipated time needed on the job?
as far as the overtime,
As far as the overtime?
Right.
well, there is some built-in overtime in the pay for firemen, fire EMS. So that's just kind of the way they get paid.
Yeah, but
It's a standard.
But they would not just engage in overtime just because the money is there, would they? Or would they do it because of the need?
It would be the need. It would be
Okay.
the need.
Okay.
When does a
Let's hope it
fireman,
would be because of the need.
when does a fireman or EMS person start getting overtime in a bi-weekly check? How many hours?
The current work schedule of fire and EMS employees is approximately 56 hours every week. So in a 2-week cycle, they work 112 hours. Per the Fair Labor Standards Act, anything over 106 hours, they get overtime. So every 2-week cycle, they're getting 6 hours of overtime pay as part of their normal pay per se,
So it's built in because of the shifts they work.
because of that work shift.
Yeah.
Now, you can drop that work shift below that threshold, so they wouldn't get overtime, but you'd have to hire more people, so it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
There's also overtime for training purposes, and because we are at minimum staffing, again, if I have one person on a fire unit and they call out sick, I've got to hire somebody on overtime to fill it, so.
One other question is asking for 3 lieutenants. $33,000. Lieutenant's base pay is $11,000 more per.
Well, the dollar amount there is for just a 3-month period of time
Right, 1 quarter.
for those 3 people. And that's just the salary piece, correct? Or is that everything?
Should be some benefit.
Okay.
Salary, no, that's what I was gonna ask you, salary, no benefits.
There is some benefit in
Some
that.
benefits in that too.
Last
Okay.
quarter.
All right. Okay. So how many total fire EMS people do we have now?
I believe in field operations, our authorized strength is 58.
58.
Yes, sir.
And how many in telecommunications?
12. And then 4 in admin, which is myself, the deputy chief, and the 2 administrative staff.
So about 75 people.
Yes, sir.
I noticed Cherry Point, is salary went down from 330 to 310, but then the overtime went up. You know,
Yeah, part of that was because for the FY 2020 Cherry Point budget, it was estimated based on general salaries, because now we have actual numbers for the first year with actual people's salaries in those positions, we adjusted accordingly.
okay. Okay. And my other concern was the sheriff's budget. I looked at it 11% over at this time, and that was probably through April.
What can we do about it though, Mr. Chairman?
Well, that's what,
That was the question that was put before us earlier.
of course, every year, the detention center is the same way, right? It ends up over every year. And that's not an elected official.
No, sir, it shouldn't be over.
Right.
At the end of the year, without your
It shouldn't
budget
be over
amendment.
this year.
It shouldn't be over without a budget amendment. I mean, that's the way that works. There is often a disparity in the individual line items, but the total picture should not go over. We can ask the county attorney about those issues with regard to the elected official overspending a budget. But I think probably more appropriately, you may want to just ask the sheriff to come in and explain that to you.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, you know, if that's what it's taking for the sheriff to do his job, and he can prove it, then of course, you know, I couldn't be mad at him at all, you know? He's out there protecting us. So, are we underestimating it because we had the same situation last year, right?
Yes, sir.
We went back and gave him more money in the middle of the year last year, didn't we? Or was that the previous year?
No, it was last year, but he's still over
I think it was the previous year, Mr. Johnson.
170.
What about the code officer? Have those funds been absorbed into the regular law enforcement, or?
My understanding is they're working through that issue, that there was a lag time before hiring the person came in. There was miscommunication on that, but they're working through that. Ms. Wagner, Ms. Holt, and Chief Deputy Morris. But that individual had to go to training, and I believe COVID-19 did away with the training. So I think that person is back and learning the code now. And I think, I hope to have a better report for you very soon on that.
Sure.
Yeah, I hope so. Anyway. All right, any other questions?
As I understand it, the clerk of court submitted a budget, and whatever she submitted is what's budgeted.
Yes, sir. She only had one change, and that was to her salary and wages line item.
Okay, thanks.
How much is the increase in salary?
So she requested, and it was very minimal, she requested 242,500, and last year it was, she marked those, it was kind of hard to read, but I think it was 237,498. So it was like about $5,000 more. And that was her only request.
Salary increase is going directly to her?
No, it's going
Just in
to
salary
someone in her
increase.
office, yes.
Right,
It's not going to her.
yeah, okay. It's just salary increase for the amount of employees she got?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, also, we've had some individual discussions, and I want to be kind and respectful to the employees in these departments, but we did have a salary study underway that you authorized, and it's very much nearing completion, but the consultant did have a discussion with us and has provided an initial review of that. We all had some discussions about mission-critical, essential employees, and he has identified 2 areas where he believes that your pay is off. And so I have the ability to bring that to you at your meeting on the 1st, this coming Monday, and I'd like to talk to you about that in executive session so that we can propose something to you and get that straight. Having said that, that will require perhaps some moving of some funds within the budget into a salary adjustment line item, but I want to have that opportunity to talk through those with you in executive session.
All right. Mr. Administrator, I know that it's hard to do. And give certain employees raises without giving other employees raises. But can we do it by departments if it's an emergency?
Yes, sir. If you just, I have some advice from the consultant that I'd like to discuss with you in executive session. I think it accomplishes what you need in order to have your mission critical move forward.
Right. It don't seem like we have near as much trouble hiring in some departments as we do others.
That's right. That's right. And there are market changes with regard to different disciplines in different years. Yes, sir.
I mean, I'd love to give all of them a raise. 10%? No, seriously, but I know we can't do that, especially this year. But I just think that, and I'm referring to the maintenance department, I'll be honest with you. I'm referring to the maintenance department. I just, because of the way the building industry, road building, clearing of property for roads and subdivisions and all. I think that's the main reason we're not getting any employees that we need to do some work. Salaries are not, but we'll discuss that.
Yes, sir. I just want to get it out there that that's something we still need to do.
Right.
Okay. So you through, Dr. John?
Yes.
I mean, Dr. Randy, you through?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm through. I tell you, I do want to appreciate everything, all of it done, especially. Yes, sir. You know, you have a lot of other things on your mind other than the budget. And, but I think you've done a good job on the budget. I really do. And I just want to thank y'all for what you have done. And,
Amen.
amen, Barbara.
Amen.
Okay.
I'm going to go to you.
All right, any other comments? Anything else from staff? Nothing else from staff, I have motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
Second.